Robert Whittaker beats Kelvin Gastelum 50-44-45, complete shutout. You could argue the first round was a 10-8. You can say he just beat him up every round. Kelvin did give a little back in rounds 2, 3 and 4. You could see he was trying to create that pressure that he almost did with Adesanya and trying to land that big left bomb as well. But Whittaker's just so elusive. He's so good, and that high kick to the left hook, I think everyone, there's a meme I saw online, it's just, wow, it's so slick. And Robert at middleweight is 11-1. He's only ever lost to Israel Adesanya. Robert Whittaker is so fucking good. Now it's between him and Marvin Vettori. Now both have fought Izzy before, and both have lost. Marvin via, I think, split decision in the first one, and obviously Rob got knocked out in the second. So, who deserves it more? Personally, I think Rob deserves it more. Since losing that fight to Izzy, he's beaten Darren Till, he's beaten Jared Cannonier, and now he's beaten Kelvin Gastelum. So, I mean, they are 3 top dog names. Marvin Vettori is on a really good win streak. I believe it's 5 at the moment, and I think if he gets one more and it's one of the top 3 names, other than obviously Israel, number 1, 2, 3, 4, any of those boys, you got the title shot, Marvin. But coming off a win against Darren Till might have done it for him, but because it was Kevin Holland, you can't really give it to him, in my opinion. Especially as we just saw Derek Brunson beat Kevin Holland. So maybe a Derek Brunson versus Marvin Vettori is more likely for Marvin. And if he does beat Derek, then, I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? He's got to have the title shot. And that's it. After a really tough fight against Darren Till, it went 3-2. You know, you could have scored that for Darren if you're super biased. I'm super biased, but I still scored it 3-2 for Rob. Darren looked really good in that fight and showed he belongs at middleweight. Despite the recent losses on his record, he definitely belongs in these top dogs at middleweight. Good win for Robert, beating Jared Cannonier. Amazing win, especially as, you know, 2 gorillas he beat, basically. And Jared was absolutely beating everyone. So to shut him down and almost eliminate him from a title push was really sensational. And then beating Kelvin. Kelvin is Kelvin. I mean, he's always there. He put Izzy to the wire in the first, you know, in their fight. And he just beat a really impressive Ian Heinisch. So it's definitely got to be Rob's. But do I think it will go the same way, or do I think it will be new champion again? Personally, I really want to see Rob win. I don't dislike Israel at all. I really like Israel Adesanya, but I really like Robert more. So personally, I don't think Robert can go in with the same game plan. I don't think he will. I think he would have learned from the first mistakes. I don't think he can do his bulldog rush. I don't think Israel's too smart. He's too elusive. He's got the footwork and he's got skills on the feet. I mean, we all know how good he is standing up. This isn't a video to tell you how good Israel's stand-up is, because everyone knows it's one of the best, if not the, in the UFC. Robert is definitely going to have to implement some grappling, I feel. I feel there's a blueprint to beat Israel from Jan Blachowicz. Now, granted, Jan is a lot heavier. He's got insane grappling and he's a very good jiu-jitsu player, as well as having the legendary Polish power, of course. But he's very good on the ground, very underrated on the ground. Very good takedowns. Robert doesn't really show his ground game. Now, we know he's got it. We definitely got it. He showed it a little bit in the Kelvin fight. I think the blueprint is there to beat Israel. I think you're going to have to make it really dirty. Don't have a nice battle striking offense, you know, like Darren Till would have with Israel. That's a point fighting scoring system almost. You're going to have to get dirty. You're going to have to drag him to the canvas. You're going to have to put him against the fence. You're going to have to elbow. You're going to have to cut him up. It's going to be so difficult for Robert, because this is a style where the style bender is just, he's going to be favourite, and for a reason. But I do believe Rob can do this. Rob went 10 rounds with Yoel Romero. I mean, he can beat Izzy. Come on. But what do you guys think? Do you reckon Izzy's going to win? Do you reckon they're even going to have a rematch? Do you reckon Rob can win? And who is next for Israel? Where does Robert go next? I mean, I think it's only fair. It is a title shot. But what do you guys reckon? If you have enjoyed this video, guys, leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.